Yes, I am blaming Kepa for the loss. Yes, I am holding him mainly responsible for that loss. So I just wanted just to put that out there. I'm holding him mainly responsible for that loss.
Be careful, be worse, HH. Be careful.
Again, guys, like the vid, subscribe if you're new, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. And remember, guys, this is going to be on Spotify. This will be in podcast form on Spotify. So you'll be able to listen to this hangout, this UCL hangout on Spotify. For you guys to listen back to for your beautiful, amazing enjoyment. So let's just put that to one side. Put that to one side, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Real are heavy favorites here. They're heavy favorites and they should go through. And they'll most likely go through. But this is my UCL future. My UCL future is on the line. And if you think that I'm going to give up right now, because unless Chelsea win the UCL, Chelsea are not going to be the Champions League next year. So I haven't even yet begun to mentally, psychologically process that concept of Chelsea not being in the UCL. Because I don't understand how you have a Champions League competition without Chelsea, because Chelsea are one of the mainstays and tapestries of the UCL. If this was a 3-0, we'd be having a very different discussion now. At 2-0, make no mistake, Real are favorites. Real have 1.5 feet firmly put into this semi-final. But if I'm a Madrid fan, I'm slightly disappointed. Because based on how Real dominated that game, based on how they controlled things and so forth, let's keep it real, they accepted more. Guys, the tie is still alive. Because this is the same thing I said with Benfica and AC Milan, where at 2-0, it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. At 2-0, the tie is still alive. See, if it was 2-0, going to the Bernabeu, we have a very different discussion. Because remember, it was 3-1 going to the Bernabeu. We had a different discussion. At 2-0, going back to the bridge, it isn't going to be easy. It's going to be tough. But the tie is still alive. The tie is still alive. So guys, remember, man, like that video, subscribe if you're new. And if there's anything you want to add, please send in those super chats. Your super chats and your dubs is what keeps this channel growing. And we accept and we thank your donations, man. So let me, where are we at? Where are we at right now? Let me go to Eminence. Your thoughts on that performance there? General thoughts.
I don't know how you think the tie is still on. Like, Chelsea.
I can tell you how the tie is still on.
Tell me, yeah.
It's 2-0 and Stamford Bridge tax. So no, Eminence for William Knight, I get it. Eminence. If not for Kepa, Chelsea would have escaped with something. Eminence, I'll go even one further. I said this in my reaction. 2012 final. Bayern Munich beat the living crap out of Chelsea. Bayern Munich outplayed Chelsea for the best part of 2 hours in that UCL final. Who won the game? You see, this isn't about playing well. It's about gid. UCL is about gid. How many times were Real Madrid outplayed in their run-up and so forth? Look at them against Man City. It's all about gid. Eminence, if not for that, both now, Eminence, if a bozo says what's up in the second leg, then Eminence, I don't know. But if you don't have any person being a bozo like that, dumb. Sorry, if you have an Upamecano performance or you have a Kepa performance, what more can you do? But Eminence, I still think it's alive. But talk to me. But talk to me about the game.
The thing about this game is that Chelsea could have got a draw in this game from this game.
Yeah.
And Kepa again, letting us down. Like this guy every season.
So he was at fault for both of those goals, and he would have been at fault for the third one if Benzema actually got his header right. So
yeah, I don't really know, man. Listen, the performance was really bad from Chelsea. Like, don't get twisted. And if I'm a Real Madrid fan, I'll be disappointed it was only 2-0.
Yes.
Especially in the first half as well. The first half they could have scored like 4. Now I don't know how it was only 2, only 1. Reece James got cooked, man. Reece James
I was surprised because I thought Reece James would actually do a lot better against Vini. I was very surprised by how much he got cooked. I'll be real with you.
He got cooked, actually. And to be fair, like I don't really blame Reece James for the defeat. I think the setup from the team, there was no plan. I didn't see any plan, any structure.
Eminence, it's Lamps. What do you expect, man? It's Lamps. What do you expect?
And it goes back to the whole appointing Lampard. Why did you bring him in? Going up against Real Madrid, bringing Lampard as your coach. That doesn't make sense. Like you could have just brought in Nagelsmann or Enrique. Why did you bring in Lampard? It just makes no sense, man. And you have Bowley saying we're gonna. Listen.
No. Let me not talk about Bowley. Don't talk about Bowley.
You have the guy saying we're gonna win 3-0. We're gonna win 3-0 before the game. Like I don't. And listen, the performance was really poor. And I don't want to talk about.
It was bad.
Listen. Tactics is one thing, yeah, but players not pressing. Players not chasing, trying to win the ball. That's not tactics.
So is that more a player thing or a manager thing in terms of just efforts, closing down, concentration? Because look, you see Fofana losing the ball, you see Reece James going in for the tackle, Vinny riding the tackle over him, and so forth.
I think the pressure of playing at the Bernabeu got to the players, man. Like it just felt like there was too much pressure on the players; they couldn't handle it, and giving the ball away so easily. Even Kovacic as well. The guy had so much experience giving the ball away. Kante wasn't really good. I don't really know, man. The tie's over for me, H. I don't know how you can have any confidence.
Yasir, is the tie over? Yasir?
I think the tie is over. I think it's over. I think, to be honest, I'm gonna be real. I think Lampard actually got his tactics spot on today. Shocking, isn't it?
Yes.
The reality is, HH, what more can Lampard do? Today, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't think Real Madrid played that well. I think Chelsea was extremely good defensively.
No. Real in the second half, they raised their game. Like first half, okay, but second half, come on, Real Madrid. Like there was only one team playing in that second half, bro.
I mean, yes, playing. I mean, I get that. They had a lot of possession. They were playing. But clear-cut chances to score goals. I mean, shout out to Fofana. I thought Koulibaly had a fantastic...
No, but yes, everything is context. So for about 25 minutes, Chelsea had 10 men. And it was literally all hands on deck, so they had to put everyone back.
I understand that, but I think in terms of a defensive display, I think you cannot fault the defense. Even though I thought Reece James did get turned to pieces and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was a bit nasty. That was a bit nasty.
I thought Fofana, Thiago Silva, and Koulibaly had a fantastic game. If you look at both goals, that's Kepa's fault. Simple as that.
Both of the goals were his fault.
I mean, if it was Courtois, I don't think you could see either goal. So we're talking about coming here, quote unquote, Real Madrid dominated the game, but still we're talking about a 0-0 here. the reason why I say the tie's over is because Chelsea, in terms of finishing, in terms of attack and play, are not even League One level. Like I'm not lying.
No,
to
no,
you.
no, 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 no.
It's
Yes,
bad.
yes. Someone sent me a stat. I think I'll try and pull it up. I think this is the first time Chelsea have gone through these many games without scoring since December 1993.
1993, yeah.
HH, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Karma is a beautiful thing. I think this guy should not. If you had any shred of like shame, HH, if you have any love for this game, you will not praise Felix ever again. I don't care what anyone. HH,
Is this what we're doing? Is this what we're doing now? Is this what we're doing now? Really? Is this what we're doing now?
No, HH. I guess the reigning Champions League winners, I guess the world champions, I guess at home at Santiago Bernabeu, you have an unbelievable chance in the 4th minute while you are through on goal, and everybody, including Felix, own family, his own grandmother, his grandfather, knew he wasn't going to score. Simple. HH, those two guys, Raheem Sterling, or what you call it, Felix, are utter useless. They are useless. As well, the guy who came on, who was even worse. How can you even be worse than people that were useless? How can you be worse than people that are useless?
Yes, yes. You're speaking to a larger issue with this team, and that larger issue is recruitment and how this team was built up and how this team was conjured and created. That's what I'm saying. No, I mean, a lot of people like, I'm not going to come here and defend Felix and so forth, because even for me, I was frustrated with what he was doing. And yes, of course, he was bad. Poor decision making, losing the ball, he was bad. But the greater issue here is the whole team is bad. Like, Yassir, this is ridiculous. Yassir, to not score since 1993, they've not scored in 4 consecutive. Chelsea not scored in 4 consecutive games. Do you know how crazy that is?
HH, look at that comment. It would take 2 whole careers for Felix to score goals against Madrid and Liverpool, City, and Arsenal. HH, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's no hope. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But yeah, so let me even make you laugh now. So, team is struggling to score, and you know when a team is struggling to score, okay, like let's just look for a plan B. 2 strikers that Chelsea have, 2 natural strikers that Chelsea have, are not even in the UCL squad.
That's crazy.
So can you, like, it's one thing where you're bad and so forth, but then this is literally the epitome of you are shooting yourselves in the foot.
Now, HH, now you have a tie. Not like, because the thing is, yes, you're going home. I remember the tie between Borussia Dortmund. Similar thing happened. Chelsea got outplayed and away to Dortmund. They ended up losing 1-0. They came to Stamford Bridge and they got their 2 goals. HH, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how Chelsea scored 2 goals against Real Madrid. I don't. I can't see it, HH. Maybe you guys score a goal through a set piece, maybe through a penalty.
No. Yes, it'll have to be a miracle. Chelsea have to gather and create something from somewhere. Like, look, see, yes, I get it. On paper, footballing wise, it's over. Based on Real being 2-0 up, Chelsea being 2 down, Chelsea having a horrible season, and Chelsea being totally inept in attack, on paper it's over. But football is football. Yes, I told you, I am clutching onto shreds. Yes, if this was 3-0, we're having a different discussion now. At 2-0, we'll still have the same discussion. Like, yeah, it's probably over, but yes, I'm hoping for a football. Yes, I'm hoping for a football miracle. Footballing wise, this team is useless. We know they're useless.
I understand that, but I think the 2 teams that won the Champions League are different than this team. And of course, they're different because they have different players, etc. But I generally believe that Havertz has declined at the age of he is right now. That Havertz that wasn't that.
Yeah, I said Chelsea bought Kepa for 70 mil.
You had men like. I don't know. Is Mendy better? I don't know. But for me, it's like
Okay, actually, wait, hold on.
About HH, so I don't know.
Let me bring in actually no. Let me bring in Osasuna. Let me hear from the Madrid guys. Osasuna, talk to me. Are you disappointed with only a 2-0 given the context of the game, or are you happy with 2-0 going to the second leg into the bridge?
So I am disappointed. Like in that game, we obviously should have done more. At the same time, what Yassir is saying is a little bit true as well, in the fact that like we didn't play too well in the first half. Well, at least in the first 20 minutes, we had a lot of chances against us. I wouldn't say Lampard got his tactics perfect, but I don't think there's much else he could have done, at least anything special. It just really was that the players are just garbage. Chelsea are still struggling with the exact same problems that they've been struggling all season long. They start a game really well, miss some chances, and then do nothing for the rest of the game. Like it's literally the same pattern over and over again, whether it's Tuchel, whether it's Potter, whether it's Lampard, whether it's Bruno. All of these guys have the same damn problems. Now, as for Madrid, so I'm disappointed, but I don't actually care because if Chelsea plays the same way they did today, next week, it does not matter whether it's 2-0, 1-0, 3-0, even if it was 0-0, we're still going to win.
See, that's a little caveat. If Chelsea play like that, then there's no point in even turning up. See, my idea is Stamford Bridge, Chelsea will have, like, Chelsea against Dortmund in the first day, they were trash. So my hope is that they come with a different performance. Also, anything similar to the trash I just saw for 90 minutes, then there's no point in watching the game. There's no point.
Exactly. And so, like, in the end, sure, it's a very satisfying result, 2-0. We go on to the next one. It's not something that we can celebrate too much. We still have to concentrate in the next leg. You know how Real Madrid is when they think that in the first leg it's over, right? When they win 3-0, 3-1 away, and then suddenly we throw things. Now we have to concentrate in the second leg. So I think I think it's going to be fine. I think we're through.
Nomad, talk to me. Thoughts, reactions to that first leg?
Yeah. What was Lampard doing?
Vibes.
Yeah. You had that Badiashile, right? Where is he?
He wasn't registered for the UCL squad because our club is run by clowns.
Why did Thiago Silva start?
Because he's Chelsea's best defender.
What do you mean, why?
When did he last start?
Doesn't matter. He's Chelsea's best defender. He has to start. It doesn't matter what he's not played. He is literally Chelsea's. No, forget that. He's one of Chelsea's best players. So as soon as he's fit, he has to start. Same thing with Kanse. He has to start.
And did he last the whole 90 minutes?
Can't remember. But what are your thoughts? Are you confident going into the second leg? Are you happy with a 2-0 given the cost of the game where you were playing against 10 men for 25 minutes? Are you happy with a 2-0?
It's just, you remember what we did to Anfield, right? I mean, your stadium is a bridge. Do you know what a bridge is? A bridge is beneath which, homeless people sleep after taking drugs.
Okay, no, man, we don't need to. Okay, no, man, we don't. No, man, we don't. Okay, no, man. Okay, that's below the belt. That's below the belt.
No.
You see, no, man. You see, no, you always cross the line, bro.
They do that.
You see, no, man, you always cross the line.
Listen to me. They do that.
I love this guy.
They do that. Listen to me. They do that to make themselves forget, what kind of a pathetic life they lead. That's what a bridge is. Your stadium is a bridge, HH. You remember what we did to Anfield, right?
Yes, I remember.
Come on, HH.
It's
done. It's done.
You see, do you know what?
It's a bridge.
HH, you're in a lose-lose situation because imagine you actually come back. You actually have to compliment Lampard, and then imagine Lampard wins the Champions League. What are you going to do?
You see, my thing here is I'm just focusing on Chelsea getting the UCL dub. We will cross that bridge when we get there with if Lampard is in charge and so forth. But I'm just focusing on the dub.
Also, one more question.
But no, you're being very rude though. You're being very rude.
Also, one more question. Why wasn't Havertz the focal point of attack throughout the match?
Because he dropped. Well, he wasn't starting because he obviously dropped to disaster class to begin with. But no matter, even if Havertz is there on the pitch and so forth, the attack is so garbage.
Why was Cucurella so crap? Why did he bomb?
Wait,
because
is
his
this an
name is
interview?
Kuku. Oh no, I'm happily answering the question because Kuku is just trash, and Kuku wouldn't have come on if Koulibaly wasn't injured, so he had to come on unfortunately. And as I said again, someone did not register Badiashile.
So Badiashile wasn't registered. Thiago Silva didn't start since January.
Yes.
Cucurella was crap, and Koulibaly got injured, and Chilwell got a red card, right?
Yes.
Wow.
What is this?
No. Okay, no, can I just say this? No, okay, no, don't mute, no, if Chelsea come back, what will you say? If by some crazy miracle Chelsea come back in the second leg, what would you say? What would your reaction be?
It won't happen, but I mean, okay, let me ask you one thing. If, let's say in a hypothetical scenario, Chelsea wins.
Yes.
On aggregate and goes through.
Yes.
How do you think the second leg will go through? What will transpire? Let's play this game.
I don't want to play this game because I don't want to jinx Chelsea. All I'm saying though is, see, let me know. I've answered about 300 questions.
I thought you were confident.
No,
living under a bridge.
Nomad, you've asked me 300 questions. Don't disrespect the Stamford Bridge. So let me ask you this question. You didn't answer this question, Nomad. If Chelsea go through, regardless of how we go through, penalties whatsoever, what would your reaction be? Because you've been extremely disrespectful to a team who are two-time UCL winners. So if Chelsea go through with all of your arrogance, what would your reaction be?
I thought it's 5.
My reaction will be the same, that it doesn't matter, unless you don't win it. So if you go on to win it, then yeah, we lost to the eventual champions, right?
No. So you won't come with a double-spaced apology because you just called us a bridge, called us paupers, called us losers. So based on all of your abuse and your disrespect, if we do come back, Nomad, I expect a triple-spaced apology.
If you go through right against Real Madrid, who are you going to face?
City
in the next round.
City.
Yeah. So if you get dumped by City, I mean, what's the use?
The use was to clown you for disrespecting my club. That was the use.
Yeah, but you're a loser as well.
Wait, what's going on?
Not wrong.
RDS, thoughts. Actually, no. Sorry. Let me come.
I mean,
to
what
Kenny.
I was saying is that what matters is who the winner is. Like, you have to win it. That's what I mean.
No,
if you win it, I'll give you credit.
No. What matters to me now is me beating your club next Tuesday. That's what matters to me now. Kenny, talk to me, and I'll get to the dubs. Kenny, talk to me. Kenny, thoughts on the game, reaction to the game.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
How do you call it? Every time you see, you start watching the game, and then you get excited again, and then you see the first couple minutes, and like, oh, there's something there, and then just as soon as I see these guys missing a chance, I'm like, here we go again. And it's the same stuff every game. And in these big games against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, you can't be playing around. When you have the chance, you have to take it. As soon as we missed that chance, I knew we missed the first couple chances we had. There was a couple of opportunities we had. Even when Kante went through, he chose the wrong pass. But honestly, the rest of after the first 15-20 minutes and maybe the second half,
it was ugly. It was ugly.
It was a disgrace. Like, honestly, I can blame Lampard, but some of these players, you guys should be ashamed of yourself. Like, what you guys?
Obviously, Felix was trash. Sterling was trash. Kovacic, and I'm one of the coach's biggest fans.
How did Kovacic play 90 minutes?
Yeah, he was not good, man. Kovacic was not good.
The guy, there's a reason why Real Madrid sold him, because this guy looked like Kenny, so
is it a thing of these players are just totally crap? Or is there something to do with management and training and coaching? Because and Kenny, even Rhys James as well. This is our crown jewel. Even he looked sketchy. Like, what is going on? Is it just low confidence?
Yeah, I think it's low confidence, and obviously the switching of managers don't help. There's a lack of stability right now at the club. Owners, the management keep changing as well. The coach, even the team as well. So I do get some of the issues, but at the end of the day, when it's a game like that, you have to, you players, you've been there. This is a big game, as long as I can put some of the issues like the league form and all that, I can. But this is a big game right now. So
have you given up? You said that there's no chance for a comeback. Is that what we're saying now?
Obviously, when you watch the game today, obviously Real Madrid they dominate, but there's going to be opportunity. Even with 10 man, there's an opportunity. So, there's opportunities there, but the thing is that I cannot trust these forwards to. It has to be a miracle. These forwards, they have to. You know what I'm saying? They have to get up and then I might score today, because I'm not gonna lie. There's going to be chances, but I can't be confident that we're going to take the chances. They're going to give us chances, but we're not going to be able to take them with the forwards we have right now and the lack of confidence. So honestly, I don't see us coming back, man. I don't.
Okay, but let me take some debates, then I'll come to you other guys, man. Shout out to your boy Wink. Keep playing an unfit Reece, and he'll be done by 25. Look. So Eminence, Reece. So Reece isn't fully fit.
Yeah, he's been struggling with the hamstring, so yeah.
Yeah, look, man, you can't afford to lose Reece, bro. That is Chelsea's future, man. But look,
but to be fair, he was bad though. He was bad.
Okay. My thing though, if he isn't fully fit for Tuesday, do you risk him or you don't play him? Just say screw it.
You have to play Aspie.
You have to play
Aspie. So who are you gonna play? Aspie or Reece? Who are you gonna play?
And also remember, there's no Chilwell.
Oh yeah, red.
There's no Chilwell.
Oh yeah.
And are you sure that he wants because are you sure that he wants Cucurella out there on the left?
So
or would you rather have Aspilicueta?
How are we gonna go through then? How are we gonna go through?
No, you have to play Cucurella, man. You have to play Cucurella. Even Chilwell, that was a silly card.
You have to hope with I mean, like, it's bad, it's suicide, but you've got to roll in with. I mean, look, put it this way: it could have been a lot worse. Imagine if Enzo, Thiago, or Reece James got a yellow card. Then that would be even extra trouble. So at least we've got them for Tuesday. But
why don't you have a striker HH in the squad? That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's Potter. As Potter means, Don Milan. If Chelsea go through, City win the treble. Sacrifice HH. Look. See, if Chelsea managed to go through, I don't know how they beat City. But again, a UCL semi is a UCL semi. And in the UCL semi, anything can happen. But look, I don't
want us to go through. If we go through, we're gonna get you see all these sacrifices. We're gonna get sacrificed, resurrected. All these words you use. Yeah, that's what's happening in the next round.
Hashtag free Simeone. Zeman was right about the Portuguese. Hashtag free Enzo. Look. I'm not going to commit to defend Felix. I'm not going to commit to defend Felix. He wasn't great.
Would you still sign him in the summer? Would you sign
him? No, because the plan of this whole team is trash. Because you see, for me, Eminence, I'll tell you right now, I don't even know who to sign, because this team has been assembled through vibes. You see, Eminence, you're signing Felix, but you're sending him to play as a false nine and the furthest guy up forward. Anybody who knows Felix knows that I don't want him anywhere near the final third. When you have a situation where Felix is taking most of your shots and so forth, you have an issue. That guy should average at most 1 or 2 shots a game, because what he should be doing is constantly have 2 to 3 guys in front of him and supplying for these guys. Because how many times will be like, Felix in attacking position and he screws up? Because he shouldn't be the furthest guy up forward, because I know from Atletico Madrid that this guy's finishing is the worst part of his game.
So
his creativity is a myth. It's a myth. Like, this guy is not that creative sport. Like, these guys have more yellow card in his career than I see.
Look, this guy is not Chelsea spends so much and don't even have an Asensio. No, guys, please. I watched that. Guys, did you see Asensio goal? Did you see what Kepa did?
Well, bro, to be fair, it did go through, like, what's his name? Someone's leg.
No. But it's just for the first one. I'm not gonna blame him. Like,
yeah, no. You have to. No. Kenny, if you know you can't save it, you palm it away. You palm that ball away. Because here's my thing: you could just see that, because you don't look at it again. His reactions were slow. Because his reactions were so slow, he was too slow to get down. Couldn't get a strong enough hand because his reactions were so slow, and it ended up being with him. If his reactions were quicker and sharper, he gets a stronger hand in it and he palms it away. He palmed it right into the palm of Benzema. Put it this way, Kenny, if he didn't touch it at all, hey, that's a quality pass from Vinny. That's a quality assist from Vinny. But it wasn't an assist from Vinny. Kepa helped it onto your boy.
Do you know what's very sick?
No, but
you know what's very sick?
Cook,
I'm going.
cool. No, but for me, the save, like, it doesn't have enough power to like push the ball. The second one, I agree. But the first one for me is like, because he's trying to see if Vinicius is gonna get the ball, so he moves his body to the right and he makes this. For me, I'm not gonna blame him for the first one. The second one, yeah. Then you can say his hand was not strong enough.
Kenny, one thing I don't understand is Chelsea right now, the situation they're in now is like a product. It's like it's been coming. You know how, like, you look at the situation where like you play Real Madrid, and I look at Courtois. I remember how amazing of goalkeeper Courtois was for Chelsea. Chelsea never replaced Courtois. They never did. They tried to replace him with this guy. This is the guy they tried to replace.
No. Yes, yeah. Whoever, wait, Eminence, who was responsible for Kepa? Was that on the? Oh, that was Marina.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was on the
Can I
sorry.
say something?
70 mil. 70
Can I
mil.
say something?
Wait. Hold on. Let me go through this dogs and I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. So, J. Joking, your Bombers team won me 300 from 10. Here's your cuts, LL. I think my cuts should be a lot more than 199 so far. 14 UCLs. Mere results. We still have a job to do at the bridge. Bolis prediction was only off by 1 goal. Do you know that? Did you see that chance that Benzema had with the header? You know, do you know Kepa was about to go 3 for 3? So if he had scored that would have been a horrible L on Todoboli. I was saying, it's just like, also, wait, hold on. Eminence and Kenny, can you tell your owner to shut the hell up? Please.
He can be confident on his own team.
Can you tell your owner to shut the hell up? Just shut up.
He can't be confident. He talks too much, HH.
No, Barry, he can't. He can't. When you do it, upset.
He can't be confident. He can't be confident.
No, forget that. That's stupidity. Any guy who is dumb enough to say 3-0 at Bernabeu is the same guy who will ask a professional.
He doesn't know football though.
Hold on. Let me just say this. Anybody who predicts 3-0 at the Bernabeu is the same guy who will ask a professional comedian who to hire as interim manager. So that story is not a rumor. That story is true because this is the man that we're dealing with.
That's crazy.
And shout out to your boy Wink. All I have to say is I'm so happy Kepa is white. Okay. All right. Let's keep it going. Felix is Havertz with a Nando's. Like, okay. All right.
He's worse than
All right.
It's the Portuguese Havertz, man. I said it before.
Marvin M. Todd B must be furious, wondering why the 100 million man Modric is playing in Real Madrid's midfield.
You know what's mad? There, I would have brought Modric on in this game.
Modric should have started.
Your Sterling was useless.
I don't know why he didn't come on. Should have come on.
Okay. Can I just say, guys, why do people feel Sterling is still relevant in 2023?
Oh no!
I'm sorry. Like, is Raheem Sterling still a relevant footballer in 2023?
This is the highest. This is the highest salary at the club as well.
Your club bought him, not ours.
Isn't it the highest goal scorer in the team? Isn't it? Oh.
No, I think it's Jorginho.
I need a Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola must be the greatest manager of all time, turning this guy into a goal scorer.
No, here's no. When he missed that open goal against Lyon, his decline began. Hence, I told you, why would you choose Sterling over Jesus? Why? And I said this from the go. Like, you have Jesus there? Why the hell would you choose Sterling? For what reason? Hold on, Wink. Real weren't impressive. All right, we're not going to say that, Wing, man. We're not saying that.
AK said something that was interesting. He mentioned Sterling. You know what's funny? Remember Sterling? Remember what we said about when Leroy Sané left by Man City?
Yeah.
Now Sterling has left Man City, and they both look like
look, I'm sorry. It's web. It's web.
Yeah,
it's web, man. It's
Can
web.
I say something?
Wait. Hold on. Let me.
Something?
Okay, go for it. Nomad, go for it.
Yeah, I was just saying that, about João Felix and Kai Havertz. In the next match, can't Chelsea play a back three? You could use, Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva.
Nomad, you're dealing with Frank Lampard here.
And you could even use Chalobah. You could keep Cucurella on the bench.
Now you're dealing with Frank. No, you're right, but now you're dealing with Frank Lampard. I'm sorry, he is limited tactically. So
yeah, because João Felix, neither is he a winger nor is he a center forward. So you need a focal point, and I think right now only Havertz can be a focal point. Actually, you should play 4-3-2-1 with Havertz and Felix.
Let me bring this. So Zoteng TV. HH Jorginho is still Chelsea's third highest goal scorer this season. Real Madrid will score at least one at the bridge. Where do you see three of all? Yes, this is true. Yes.
Yeah, Havertz has 9, Sterling has 7. That's it. And
Jesus Christ.
Yes, Jorginho is the third highest goal scorer. Yeah. Where do you see 3 or 4 goals coming from in your team? Zoteng, I am praying for a miracle. Right now, it's not hoping for a miracle. It's simple. All the data, all the stats, all the football analysis says Chelsea have no chance of beating Real Madrid. So I am praying for the magic of Stamford Bridge to go through. The fans are going to have to try to produce something special on that night. They're going to have to. Hamza, only halftime in Napoli, AC Milan, but what is it about the same league, CL knockout ties, and the worst team winning? Well, that same Milan team beat them 4-0 in the Serie though. City versus Spurs, Liverpool versus Chelsea, back the day, etc. Look, my thing though is it's called UCL tax, which is why never judge a team by the form they have in the league. There's just something about how teams approach a cup competition, psychologically, mentally, and so forth, where don't just talk league form and cup form. That's just the beat about football. It isn't 1 + 1 = stuff like, oh, this team is doing well in the league, they'll do well in the cup. It is very complicated, and UCL form and league form are different things. I said it's day one. Check the receipts. Felix is trash, overrated. Wonderful, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for that, Zote, man. Jaden Alvarado. Bully to blame United fans. Bully to blame. United fans will hate this, but Chelsea should have gotten Erik ten Hag, and it would have been a possibility if Abramovich was still there. Yeah, I mean, look, it's Ten Hag would have.
What?
Look at
Abramovich wouldn't have sacked
No, Tuchel was there. Like, why would Ten Hag? Yeah, like, why would Ten Hag come? He was already at Man U when Tuchel got sacked, so there was
but I think he's saying that if Abramovich was still around, he'd have sacked Tuchel. Sorry, but Ten Hag was already hired. Ten Hag was already hired. So yeah, Ten Hag was already hired. Unless you say in the summer, yes. So no.
Last season, so yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
No. Shout to Wink. Kepa, eyes emoji. Bully keeps paying for Abramovich's sins. You see, I'm going to put Kepa partly on Abramovich, but you see, and look, Abramovich was not perfect, and one of the biggest mistakes that he made was delegating to idiots, and one of those idiots was Marina, who foolishly bought Kepa for 70 mil. Like, Marina, you have blood on your hands. And how the hell did she win that Ballon d'Or for director of football?
You know what? But we're not going to talk about it.
No. She did some good stuff, but when it comes to player acquisition, she messed up.
Sure.
That's true. Some of the price we were selling our players, like,
Betsy, you need to start break of the week with nobody. No, look, nobody's been funny. Betsy, all I'm saying though is if results go a certain way, I just want to know what Noma's reaction is. But look, man, it's all good. It's all good in the hood, man. Alhambra, this bridge that Bombay Masala mix is talk. Oh wow! Oh, okay, no. Okay. Let's not get into them. But it just says that we outbreak them. It's not over. Look, my thing though is,
fuck you, Alhambra.
No. Look, we're not condoning racism on this whole thing. Hell no, we're not doing that racism crap on this whole thing. Please no. But look, 2-0. It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Yeah.
Can you put yes's comment?
HH, can you
Did Lampard really say this?
Okay. Why? What did he say? Please. Oh God, what did he say?
Yeah, he did. He did say that. He did.
Really said that.
Fucking
oh
man.
my God.
This guy.
Jesus Christ,
wait. Where is it, man? Why?
He said something that we didn't realize Madrid was that good. Like
this is
What? No, you're lying, man. You're lying.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
He
Yes,
did.
he is.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Actually did.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes,
This is,
sir.
if you really said that,
Little
like,
wings comments about someone once said, blame the owners.
Okay, wait. Okay, while I find it, let me go to Artist. Your thoughts is, and I'll come to you, Matt. Artist, talk to me.
Okay. Just give me like. Let me just play this, and it's not, and actually, it's a W receipt for you, HH, because I actually think it's partly the reason why Chelsea overall this season has struggled. So just bear with me, okay?
You can now see why this team needs Lukaku. 100,000%, you can now see why Lukaku is paramount for this team to succeed. Because for this team to succeed, it is very, very much important that your boy says what's up. Because if your boy is not able to roll through, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be real difficult because Chelsea have no presence,
and that's the key word there. Chelsea have no presence. Chelsea have no presence. Now, what I'm saying is, he G'd up for Inter yesterday, right?
Penalty,
Whatever you say about Lukaku's issues, and to be fair, I've been consistent with Lukaku in saying that. Yes, I know Lukaku is not the greatest striker. He's not. Yes, he's not. But the issue, even as a United fan was playing for us, was that the team were not creating enough chances for him. He is an in-box number 9 who needs chances presented to him to score. And yes, he misses a couple of them, but if you keep on creating them, he will eventually put 1, maybe 2 in the back of the net. The reality is Chelsea this season, come on, you've not scored a goal. Even when Lukaku was in the team last season, you didn't go through 4 games without scoring a single goal. That happened to you this season. So whatever you say about him, Tim's, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, let's be honest. Like it was a dumb to let Lukaku go and not replace him with an outright number 9. When this guy could have at least, whether against Wolves, because we would have bullied the Wolves defenders.
Yeah.
Or whoever it was, like whatever you say, he's not going to drop a hat-trick against Real Madrid. He'll probably bully some Southampton defenders. He'll get you a G.
No. You didn't like. I mean, you're preaching to the choir. Like you, Artists. I've never known a team, unless you're Barcelona, even in Barcelona, who goes into a tournament without one recognized striker in your squad. It's psychotic.
No, it doesn't.
It's psychotic.
It doesn't. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So it's just almost poetic seeing him score potentially the winning goal to take Inter Milan to the semi, and it's like this is Chelsea's 100 million striker on loan who's now carrying another team into the semi-final, and meanwhile, and he could potentially have been doing that for Chelsea, but instead, Chelsea looking at a situation where this may be the last time we see Chelsea in the Champions League for a while. Because they're not going to be qualifying for the Champions League this season.
Okay. So you believe that it's over. Second leg is over. There's no chance.
You can never say there's no chance in football, and the reality is that Real Madrid have this tenacity that when they are favourites and when they get complacent, they can be in trouble. And 2-0 is always a very dangerous scoreline. I mean, if I'm honest, Real Madrid should have dug the knife in. They were playing against 10 men for 30 minutes.
Well, obviously, 2-0 under the circumstances is a good result for Chelsea.
Yeah, it's a reasonable result, So, and I don't think compared to I don't actually think Chelsea played as bad as people think. I've seen worse games under, like when you guys played against Liverpool both times. That was worse, to be honest, than what I saw today. So I don't think I'm not saying they were great, and like I said, I've told you one reason why, which is a lack of a presence. But at the end of the day, it's not over. I don't know how. The only reason why I'm like say it is over is because Real Madrid don't have to do much because Chelsea can't score. And I think if I recall, I think who are you playing against on that weekend?
Brighton.
Oh my god.
Mitoma. Again, Cook, man.
So okay. And to be fair, Brighton's defense with who is it? Is it Duncan? I forget the other centre back they have.
Isn't it
Webster?
Liverpool?
Webster, yeah. And they've been reasonable this season. So, unless you can prove to me this weekend that you can score against a reasonably solid Brighton defense, Like, what makes you think that you're going to be able to score against Real Madrid at Stamford Bridge?
No. Basically, it's literally just hoping for the best and hoping for the miracle. Because I just looked at some of Francis's post press about the stadium. Like, here's my thing: emotions can only take this far. It can help. It can definitely help, but you need players to apply themselves and you need tactics. Basically, you need a whole combination. You need the fans, the emotions, blah blah, but you need quality. You need football and you need intelligence.
You are right, HH. But at the end of the day, and even to a certain extent, United suffered for this last season. Some big things on the Ragnar, to be fair, was that we lacked a consistent number 9 outright goal scorer. Even this season, if not for Rashford chipping on goals, there wouldn't be anyone to score goals at Manchester United. So Chelsea can, whatever you say about Potter, I don't think Chelsea under Potter played badly. There were many games where you created tons of chances, but there's no point in creating all those chances if you have no presence. There's no time where I've literally seen Chelsea players bully defenders, put goalkeepers on.
No, because Alex, my thing though is if you're playing, because what Chelsea are pretty much doing is a false nine, because you don't have any natural strikers. So if you have a false nine, you have to have the kinds of players and personnel to play a false nine. And Lampard is
it's basically the problem is you're not playing false nine, you're playing false wingers and false cam. You know what I mean? So it's not just it's false. It's false everywhere. It's not working. Even
team.
But it just looks so because what I just find so baffling is you spend 600 million and the only striker you got was an Aubameyang who's sort of coming near the end of his career and a dude nobody has heard of, David Datro Fofana. That's just the thing that baffles me. Right. So with all that money being spent, those are the only goal scorers you could get because you believe that goals could come from Havertz and Sterling.
The only thing I'll say is that you saw the receipt that was going on Twitter. Me, Ricardo, Elias was here. We did warn you. We did say, bro, you need a forward. You need it, but you kind of went on the Mud Maddox remix and thought that would be enough. And we're now dealing with the consequences. So, but I'm going to be reasonable, because Chelsea suffered enough this season. I'll just finish with this point. I think at the end of the day, I think if Chelsea do have a chance in Madrid, and I think it is unlikely, I think what they need to, I think, you've got to trust Madrid, and possibly maybe you've got to trust Havertz and creating chances for Havertz, and possibly Mount, because to be fair, when Mount actually came on, Mount did make the attack better. I know
he did.
What game were you watching? No,
I know. No, he almost scored too. No, don't.
Wait, Aldo, come on. Aldo, okay. The blocked shots that Rudiger had and the little reverse pass to Cucurella. Apart from that,
remember what he did to Madrid last time at the Bernabeu? Remember what happened last time?
No, but we're referring to the game that we just saw.
I know. I'm just saying that if he'd come on earlier, maybe.
No, look, Aris, thank you for the hopeful things and so forth, but that's stretching it.
It is under which owner, which manager, under which director of football, the decision was taken to let Tammy Abraham go. Who did that?
That was Lamps.
There you go.
Wasn't that the Duke?
And Tammy shit. Oh, wait, what is that?
It's you don't have any strikers.
No. Here's the thing.
It was Tuchel.
Wait, RDS will talk about strikers, about Lukaku. You just define what a striker is. Any guy can, you give the ball, put the ball in the back of the net. Lukaku's nothing special. We have Aubameyang. This guy knows how to put balls in the back of the net in the Premier League. He's done it for seasons on seasons. Went to Barcelona, balled out there, we brought him in. What did Potter do? Didn't bring him in. He decided to play Havertz up front. So that was the first mistake. And then you come to this game here. He's playing fucking Felix and Sterling up front. Dumb and Dumber up front. None of them have end product. They don't have end product. What's the point of playing them? They're garbage. And Kovacic as an 8. I was saying I would play Zachariah Kante 6s and put Enzo as an 8. Push him more up because Enzo's a player you can push up. Not Kovacic can't shoot. He can't create. The guy's just a guy you dribble from the back to the front, and he's shit at it today. He was shocking.
Yeah, he was horrible.
Why are people blaming Lampard, guys? This guy's fucking garbage anyway. The guy's shit. He's a PR stunt. Todd Bowie is at fault for this whole club's downfall. People blame managers and that. I said day one, but Tuchel got sacked. I said day one, Potter will get us relegated. right? So Potter was not helping us in there. And you come to this game, Lampard's decisions, when he took off Silva and Kante and brought on Gallagher and Mount, that summed up our whole season. How shit our season has been from those guys. That just summed it up. But I mean, there's nothing really to say. People say
but Matt, I mean, so is the season done now?
The season was done back in Jan. I mean, yeah, we're
November, bro.
Come back from this November. Season was done 3 years ago because we've been declining. People don't realize even under Roman, we were declining, and the UCL kind of just gave us like a little sunshine and rainbows just for a couple of weeks, and then people tried to follow that narrative that because we won the UCL, we're back. And I hope that's why I didn't want us to win it this year. That's why I wanted us to get relegated just to wake up these fans and realize how shit we all are. We've got a decent squad. Our squad's good.
But what scares me though is, and this is just what I find almost unacceptable. I could begrudgingly accept that if, let's say, there was no money to be spent, there's no money, mistakes being made. Okay, it is what it is. But what I just find unacceptable is 600 million was spent, and you're lying in 11th, and you could potentially go out of the UCL, and you won't have any European football next season, and you're now stuck with 7-year contracts of a team that has no chemistry or no cohesion. That's an L.
That's always been the problem. We haven't had chemistry from Tuchel, from Lampard, from Sarri. And for me, it comes down to captaincy. We've got Azpilicueta. For me, one of the worst captains in Chelsea history. He's a garbage captain. Legend of a player. I hate him as a captain. I don't like him as a captain. And that's why you need someone to come in and lift these spirits up. People say, oh, you've got Kante, you've got Thiago Silva. Influence doesn't involve lifting the spirits of players. You need a proper leader to come up and tell these players, wake the fuck up. We got that guy from New Zealand, that mentality coach. This is why everyone from New Zealand are frauds, right? Don't believe any guy from New Zealand. Because they come in, they're mentality monster. They come in, what has he done? He's done nothing. We haven't improved our mentality whatsoever. These guys today, did any of them want to play? I think Chua wanted to get sent off on purpose just to sit on the bench because none of these guys want to play. What happened with Reece James today? He's supposed to be that guy who shows up in the big games. Shocking. Vinicius put him.
But Matt, Lampard was supposed to come and galvanize the whole team.
I want to lose this stream. I was saying on Lewis stream, this is an embarrassment getting someone like Lampard. How do you fans accept it? And I was getting ridiculed. Oh, you're not proper Charles. Lampard's coming here. He's going to get the best out of these boys. It's only 9 games. This is when you get Enrique in. You get Enrique in right now. He can have more time to plan for preseason. This is the preseason to the preseason. He can dictate who he wants in and out. That's what you
Matt,
need now.
Literally, because I think, I don't know who it was. It was someone on ESPN FC who said it. Who said that? Who said exactly what he just said? Bring in the manager now. Who cares what happens? Because if you bring in the manager now, they have 10 games to now see who's good, who's bad, who's not so very good in a competitive setting. So by the time they come into preseason, it's like, oh no, forget friendlies. I know who doesn't cut the most because I've had 10 games to see who really does well competitively. So you are actually even in a better position come preseason to bring a manager in. So my thing though is it just shows you how stupid these owners are. Of course you could have brought someone in now. So you tell me that Enrique came to London to say, no, sorry, I can only take over in preseason. Huh? Of course you could have taken over now. So you just gave it do you know what it is? It just shows you it's a mess. These guys are scared. They're really, really scared based on just how epically Potter failed. So because they're so scared and they're frightened, they don't want to just give it to anybody. Because now I'm now hearing Gallardo and so forth. Because this has just been such an epic failure. But what you've now done is Lampard is now here now. And the new manager has not happened. 2 games, 2 losses, 2 horrible performances. Brighton are a very good team. So now that's the first home game. Let's now see what you do there. But if you now have a situation that we eventually go out next week, Lord only knows how you're now going to end with this season, because however this season ends, if it ends as ugly as we think it's going to end, whatever manager coming in, you're going to have a very tough preseason because you now have to now galvanize and now raise the morale of the squad. Who the morale is Skype. Because I look at Enzo and I'm like, bro, last December, this guy was top of the world. Quality World Cup, young best player. The guy looks lost. The guy looks completely lost. A guy supremely... Because I can see when a guy is talented in a bad situation. When you look at the Enzo, you can see, okay, but I can see, no, this guy is a talented player, but he's a talented player in a horrible situation. Because there's just crap and garbage around it. Because, bro, Kovacic was one of the worst players on the pitch, and that's your midfield partner. Kante is not fully fit. Kovacic was garbage, and those are your two midfield partners. So what is he supposed to do? Anybody who's played football will know that if you're in midfield and your midfield partners are garbage, there's only so much you can do. Because in midfield, you feed off the energy of your midfielders. So if your partners in midfield are crap, you can only do so much.
HH, one thing.
Can I speak on this?
Can I just ask Chelsea fans one quick question?
Yeah.
Small question. So, try and be honest and try and be objective. When you obviously see in the Premier League, you see obviously Manchester City are going to be doing what they're doing. They're going to go into the doing. You would anticipate that Liverpool will rebuild in the summer with or without Klopp. We'll see what happens. Arsenal, obviously, where they are, and they're going on to their fifth year under Arteta. United, secondly, because of Ten Hag, maybe new owners, who knows? And Newcastle seem to be cooking. Realistically speaking, how long would it take for Chelsea to get back to competing for the league, for the Champions League, or even back into the Champions League, given the context of all the other teams I've just talked about?
Well, no, but here's the thing, though. It's very tricky. Because because on one hand, a lot of the money has been wasted on players who do not come together, but these players may look as if they can't get together, but they're still quality players. There's still quality there. So if you have a fortuitous situation that a manager can come in and be like, aha, I've got it. I know how to really make these players click and say what's up. Chelsea could potentially get top 4 next season. So it is really about who comes in and whether they can somehow fix what looks on the outset to be almost unfixable, because these bozos have not actually built a team for a manager. They've just built a team using data analysis and just gotten players. So it's true, Alex, you're right, because United, Newcastle, the way they've recruited, Newcastle are recruiting for what Eddie Howe wants. United are recruiting for what Ten Hag wants. City are recruiting for what wants. These clowns recruited for Tuchel, sacked him. Recruited for Potter, now sacked him. Now you're not going to be recruiting for either Nagelsmann, Enrique, or someone new. So you've now recruited for 3 different managers, which is psychotic, because whoever comes in, are you sure that they don't have the same vision as Tuchel or Potter as well? And speaking of Potter, did they recruit for Potter, or was Potter just a yes man and a stooge, and they just had this and that and just dumped players onto Potter?
A yes man.
We haven't been recruiting for managers in years. You should look at this. We have not been recruiting for
But that's what HH for me. Next year we have to win the league next year. Then, if we got no Champions League, we should be winning the league with this team.
I just want to say,
see, that's my thing. That's my thing. Now, don't make this mistake. Lightning doesn't strike twice in the same thing. So don't try and jinx anything. But don't just try and finish 10th. Because what 7th is Conference League. Just 10th, 9th, cool, whatever. It's a garbage season. It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. Just end up in 9th. So next season, no European distraction. Rebuild and completely put all your focus on trying to get top 4 in the league. Really, go ahead and just try and win that.
Let me say something. Let me say something.
Okay, no.
Yeah. What I was saying is that what you said earlier, that the whole squad is demoralized.
Yes.
That confidence is low, and that you would need a manager to uphold the squad essentially. So what you essentially need is a proper number 9, and then what you would need is essentially a manager. Someone with enough charisma, enough personality, who the players would blindly follow. Because you have players with enough quality and experience.
And can work with the squad. Yes.
Yeah, they don't have to be extremely tactically coached. Because then what the squad needs right now is team chemistry, and that would be best built, by a manager. So that's why I wouldn't, be too happy or be too hopeful about someone like a Luis Enrique. But I would much rather have someone like a Zinedine Zidane, because just
I'm not sure whether Zidane takes the job on his own. No, he's not taking the job.
Yeah, because even if Ancelotti comes back, just him walking inside, the dressing room, the players don't have to be, that much, tactically coached. Managers like Ancelotti, Zidane, those are the kind of manager that Chelsea needs right now, and a proper number 9. A tactician won't do it.
Wait, HH.
HH, can I speak?
Okay, actually, wait, hold on. Let me take some dubs and I'll come to you, AK. I'll come to you, AK. Not just get some dubs. I'll get to you.
Rory Jennings still thinks Chelsea will go through.
Screw that moron, man. King Stash, what's happened to David Diatro Fofana? Under 21s. Again, can I just say this again? You know what? I think Potter, I have no empathy for you. How do you go into a UCL campaign without a recognized striker in your squad? That is a sackable offense. See, that's a sackable offense. Like how do you do that? Because do you know what a squad is? An umbrella in case of a rainy day. So a squad is a plan B, a plan C, a plan D. Under no circumstance do you go into any tournament without having at least, first of all, you should have actually a minimum of 2. How do you go into a squad without having at least 1 striker?
No, but HH, he wasn't the one making decisions, isn't it? So
Okay. Who made that decision not to have a striker in the squad?
It was obviously not him because
I said who? Yeah. Who? What's his name?
It's probably Bowley on something.
I think it's Bowley too, bro. I think Bowley's picking his spot. I think he is.
Nah, he played under Lampard, man. I think we're finding too many excuses for some of these managers, man.
No. But then,
wait, hold on.
Lampard,
Felix has more yellow cards than assists in his career. Is this true? False football.
Yes, I told you already.
He was the best football
Is this
player.
true? Are you sure it's true?
I
No.
told you already.
I'll double check.
This creativity is a myth.
Do you want Joao Felix to sign permanently or what?
The way that this team is constructed, there's no point. No.
How much should his loan fee cost again?
RDS,
$16 million.
RDS, no, Robert Suresh, James Gordon as a number 9 and Chelsea are cooking next week. No, thanks you.
The gold, man.
And other than running around, what did Locate do?
He smiled.
no, I mean, that's all the time.
He smiled.
YSK, that's messed up, man. YSK, that's messed up.
At the beginning, it was good, but as the game go on now,
do you know what it is? Fitness. No. But
it's not match fit. It's not match fit.
Kenny, why didn't your manager give him any game time against Wolves, knowing that he needed match fitness?
No, but the thing, even against Wolves, like, nah, I don't think it. I just think he got tired. Like the guy hasn't played for months. This is fit. Like, I'm not surprised.
Okay. Shout out to Mr. Ogena Koge, man. Enzo got friend zoned in midfield. Couldn't get near Modric.
Nah, he done well, Actually done well. I think that's
Eminence. As I was saying to Matt, when you have a Kante who pretty much ran out of gas in the second half and a Kovacic who dropped to disaster class, what more can he do? You see, Modric could actually feed off of Valverde, could feed off of Cruz and so forth in that midfield. Who could Enzo feed off of? Who could he?
Kovacic was short. Valverde scared this boy. I don't know what happened to Kovacic. He looked like he looked like a small kid playing against grown-ups.
It was mad. Elijah, Kepa cost the Carabao in 2022 but plays in the...
Well, hang on. Who would you rather start? Mendy, who passed the ball to him, or Kepa, who actually had a decent game but made that mistake in the second goal?
Who's the cheaper option?
The way this team's constructed, you rather have Mendy.
No, you wouldn't. Because
Mendy was
did you see how many times we played out from the back? I don't know if you saw at the end of the game where Chalobah and Kepa had that kind of mix up there.
Basically, no. Okay, no. Matt, the bottom line is that we have 2 trash keepers. But Matt, do you know why I go after Kepa? How much did the Kepa cost? And how much is Kepa on?
But whose fault was that?
No. But Matt, it's all part of the beautiful package. That's not Kepa's fault, 100%. But I'll say that it's the part of the beautiful package. Kepa, it's your fault that Matt, he was at fault for both of those, by the way. And if Benzema's header,
was that for the first one?
Matt,
his reactionary save for the first one is why the defenders were 2 defenders were behind.
No, Matt, watch it again. If his reaction was better, he gets down quickly and he has a stronger hand and palms it away. They tell every keeper, when you're in that situation, palm the ball away. Because his reaction was slow, he could only get a little bit of a hand onto it, and it was enough for it to comfort it to Benzema because his reaction was so slow. Because here's my thing: if he did touch it and so forth, that's a great assist for Vinny. But you went and attempted the save, didn't have a strong enough hand, and you palmed it right into the path of Benzema. I mean, come on.
I'm saying,
How much did you buy
the
him
second
for?
goal, you're right though.
How much did you buy him for?
His hands.
I don't want to know.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
man.
Coming next
75
season,
million.
coming next season, we have to get a big keeper. I agree. Mendy's done. Mendy's finished.
Oh no,
And
But listen, both of them.
can't-
Okay, they have to be sold. Both of them.
Wait,
It is you
Can I-
sold
Hey,
Courtois to us.
Yeah,
You
wait,
sold
Ernest,
Courtois to us for 35 million, right?
Matt, you can't keep on vouching
stocks
for.
are down. Yeah, stocks are down. But we'll
wait,
be
can
back.
I?
Wait, hold
Can
on.
I ask a question?
Hold up.
It's it,
I know.
drop it.
I know. I'm dropping
Stocks
like
are down.
so. I'm
We're gonna
dropping.
be back.
So.
We're gonna-
Can I ask?
I mean, really.
That money. He'd say that so many times today as well. HJ. So don't forget. I'm saying if you start
Matt, that's
Mendy
crazy.
there,
You bought a Kepa shares.
Jesus
I gotta
Christ.
support family, man. I gotta support family.
Can I
Gotta
ask a
support
question on
family.
Kepa?
Family supports family. You know, we have to
You sold
give the money
Courtois
back
to us for
somehow.
35 million,
You gotta
right?
give the money back somehow.
You sold
Jokes
Courtois for
on,
35 million.
No, Courtois wanted to leave.
Well,
We didn't want to sell him. It's his ass, man.
sold
Wing.
him, yeah.
I'm not reading that out, man. Wing.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
reading.
for an outsider, yeah. For an outsider,
Wing.
you sold
I'm
him
not
for
reading that
35
out.
million.
That's crazy. Wing. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wing. That's crazy. I'm not reading that out. Wing.
I
I'm
can
not reading that
I can
out.
confirm you can.
No.
Kepa was a-
Why is Jackson?
Kepa
Why is
was a
Jackson?
panic buy, man.
Did anybody manage to locate? Ray J walked pink boots and got reintroduced for 90 minutes. Look, Vinny. Yeah, Vinny.
Are we making this adoption official? Because you often make these.
No, it's not official. It's unofficial. No. I mean, it was close, but he didn't fully adopt it, but it was close.
So what if he does it again at the Stamford Bridge? Then when
I don't know. Vinny plus Benz equals 47 goals. Chelsea equals 41 goals. Okay. I know. Thank you. Look, we haven't scored in 4 games.
The worst statistic. The worst statistic is the fact
Yeah.
that you played
So
more
we
games
haven't scored in like
than
7
goals.
hours. I don't know what. Like, this is crazy. Man.
Like he's
This
played
is-
30
this is
games,
terrible.
scored 29 goals.
But guys, seriously, how do you spend 600 million and you can't score in 4 games? Okay, put it this way: if Chelsea didn't spend any money, this would still be bad. But the fact that you spent 600 million and you can't score in 4 games and you're 11th, that is there are no words.
Are you guys being
There are
bribed?
no words.
This might be the worst season of any club.
Where
if
are
you
those
take in
players?
a whole
Where is
game.
Kenny, if you take everything into account,
Yeah.
you could make an argument that this is the worst season of any club. Because if you take into account money spent and what has been done based on the amount spent and what you've done as a result, you could argue this is the worst season of any club. Because think about it, there has never been a club that has spent 600 million and are sitting mid-table in the league. It's unheard of.
There's only one reason for that. Only one reason.
What?
Money laundering.
Oh my gosh.
Because there is only 600 million and not a striker, it is. How is that possible?
Money Mace is clear of fact that HH rates Felix's brain clearly not talking ball. Look, all right. Wing. Let's go wink. I'm so sorry for any past Felix praise. HH Mizzou. Jaded Alvarado. This is how bad Bowley and the border are. Chelsea didn't even attempt to sign Gakpo. Anybody else would be to sign a ton of players after that World Cup.
Gakpo is so shit. But again, we have our striker. Aubameyang is our striker. We have the striker. He came in, he scored 2 UCL goals in 2 games. We have the striker. He's just not being used. I agree. It's not the best option. But we have the guy.
No, but Matt, though, if you can spend 600 mil, you can't get a more informed, better striker than Aubameyang in Europe right now.
Chelsea and strikers, man. Let's be real, man.
But we still got Modric, we still got Felix, and they still failed. Like it didn't. Even other people.
See, Matt. Okay, you know what, guys? I will hold my hands up with Felix and so forth. I still think he's got a great football brain, but we'll hold my hands up that it's not worked out.
Pause.
Modric. Now that was a guy who I remember. I always said Trossard. I said it that no, I'd rather get Trossard than Modric. Modric is he'll be good in 3 or 4 years. No. Give me good now.
Wait,
hold on. Let me. Okay, AK, talk to me. AK, talk to me. And then we'll get to Milanese.
HH, can you please zoom into my AVI? Why don't you have any attackers? Why do you have a boomerang?
It's called the vibes. It's called the vibes. It's called the vibes.
The boomerang.
What are you doing?
Boomerang.
I went into this game and I thought I'd get a bit of entertainment in my life today.
Oh, come on.
And I watched it and I fell asleep after 60 minutes. I genuinely fell asleep. I woke up. It was 95 minutes, and I saw Mount strike the ball, Rudiger clear it, and the Real Madrid win 2-0. And I don't know what to say. How bad is João Felix? He's an embarrassment to the beautiful game. I watched the beautiful game for somebody who
I think you're talking about Conor Gallagher.
Conor Gallagher was more useful than João Felix today.
You said no. Your words were an embarrassment to the beautiful game. That's Conor Gallagher. But continue.
And also João Felix. What does he do apart from beat a man with a half turn? You cooked Mason Mount for beating a man on the half turn and doing nothing with it. What difference does João Felix just aside from adding a bit of spice on top of it?
Preach.
He doesn't do anything else. Like I've been.
Okay, he's spin,
man.
I've been hoodwinked with this guy. I thought it was Simeone's system and all that. Simeone's playing more attacking football now that he's not there. Griezmann's cooking in the same position João Felix was in. Griezmann is a number 10 that is a number 10 that can cook. João Felix is a false number 10 who's been hyped up because he had a good game for Benfica 3 years ago. That's what he is. And Kai Havertz. Oh, Kai Havertz.
Oh my god.
You know, the German media said that this guy was the next coming up for Germany. He was the most promising teenager from Germany at one point. I feel bad for the German national team. If he's the most promising teenager there, how bad are your players?
AK, feel bad for Stamasi, man.
I grew up on Ozil. That's the German number 10. Muller. Now I have to deal with Havertz?
Timo.
No, Havertz when he was at Leverkusen, there was something there. I'm not gonna
Kenny, there was something there. There was something. Okay.
No, it's true.
No, Kenny, you're right. There was something there.
Oh my god.
I mean, Kenny, like email me what you saw at Leverkusen and stuff like that.
Honestly, for Havertz has done more than your Felix guy that you're hyping up.
Kenny,
but Felix, wouldn't Felix need a striker with him? Like you play the two up front, it'd be best.
Man, this is a lie, man.
Matt, let them.
This is a lie.
AK, are you done? Are you done?
I'm not done. I'm nowhere close to done. Nowhere closer. And finally, Reece James. I got cooked. If this was Trent, you're gonna see people all around.
One game.
Trent is
One game.
What happened the last game? Last game he was garbage as well. What happened against Liverpool?
Lampard.
Reece James this season has been poor. I don't know why people are not looking at this guy. He's been as bad as Trent Alexander-Arnold this season.
He's been injured though,
as bad.
I don't know about that.
No, not as bad, but he's been underwhelming.
All right, okay, wait, hold on. Let me come to J Swiss and then we'll talk about Milanese. J Swiss, talk to me.
Yeah, can you zoom to my VI, please?
All right, if this is anything explicit. Is that cocaine? Okay, let's not promote drugs.
Yeah, it's the gal.
Okay.
The gal.
Yeah. I don't know.
YouTube. He's sniffing sugar, by the way. He's sniffing sugar. YouTube. Thank you. Carry on.
Yeah. Clearly sugar. The game today. I mean, I don't know what I watched today. It's like peak terrorism. Well, I didn't know they showed terrorism live on TV. I saw the lineup. I was like, no, it's a decent lineup because I was expecting Lampard to go 4-3-3, but yeah, she went with the 3 at the back. And then João Felix and Sterling that's your attack and that's your strikers for the game. And then I'm seeing in the 4th minute, Felix running 1-on-1 he's gonna reach the goalie, but he lets Militao catch up with him. Militao is way behind.
Was that an easy chance though?
He slowed down on purpose. I don't know what he's doing. He's taking too long. This is the whole thing when he's not a striker, he's a number 10. So you brought how many players and not one striker? Because we're not counting the Fafana kid because he's not even in the squad anymore. There's no Aubameyang, and I'm pretty sure he's still your top Champions League goal scorer. If I'm not wrong. Aubameyang is still. And for the second leg, there is going to be no chill, so you're going to have to play Cucurella. And I don't trust Cucurella against Rodrigo, against Carvajal, against Vinny to switch up. Yeah, it's looking really big for Chelsea. I don't
Does
see
it really matter anyway? Who we play next game? Like,
Yeah, I don't see you coming back. but
we
Chelsea-
have to have some hope. We have to have some hope. So, okay, let me take some quick to bring this up Milan. Bemiro Omar Coyote says Chelsea need Ivan Toney, Ben Havertz in the summer. Oh, look. You see, there needs to be a massive clear out in the summer. A huge massive clear out. Here's the thing though: who's going to buy Havertz? Who would want Havertz?
Buy him.
Are you sure?
Someone will buy him, man.
Okay.
Yeah, Bayern Munich will want him.
Well, look, Bayern. If you're going to take him, please take him. Just 3. Vinicius Jr. What a player with the Benz. No better deal. Oh no, Vinny was. Whew, Vinny was cooking, man. Like for me, I thought maybe it's Lampard because I thought like Reece James would be able to handle him better because Vinny was manhandling Reece, bro. He was manhandling him, man. I mean, no. Like that's why. If Real go through, it's going to be a very interesting rematch with Vinny because right now Vinny is one of the best players in the world right now. You know, the guy, he's one of the best players in the world.
Let's see if he can do it with Matoma on the weekends because that might be. If Matoma spins VJ, then possibly Class C. We'll see.
Bring Lukaku back and Chelsea will cook.
I've been saying this.
Yeah, I mean, but that's my thing though. Like, if he comes back, please learn how to create. But do you know what the weird thing is? So Lukaku goes, and then you look at all these players coming. Whereas that if you now push Lukaku within this mix of players and so forth, it'll actually be better. Because my thing, no, you need a freaking striker. So, but before we go to the whole Milan thing, guys, do you really believe Real can actually do this crap again? Yeah, so do you think Real can actually win this crap again? This UCL?
Yes, because they will be in the semifinal, and I don't care what anyone says. Real Madrid have an opportunity to go back to the final. It's very tempting. Like they will raise.
But do you really believe they can win it again?
So.
This team.
I'm not gonna lie to you because of what's happening on the other side. is look. Like we said.
No. So yes, my logic is, if Real go through, they're not beating City. Like, look, whoever comes through this side of the draw, they're going to testify whatever Serie team they face in the final.
But that's the thing. I think it's going to be very difficult for Real Madrid to beat Man City. But if there's one team that can, it's Real Madrid. So. Okay, let's
just quickly drop it on this one. So. Milan against Napoli, man. Now, Napoli do not have Osimhen in the team and so forth. So, RDS, Milan 1-0. Do you agree with me that this looks like if we're going to have an all-Milan semi-final that Milan are going to go through? Or at 1-0, Osimhen to come back in next week, Napoli can see something? Or do you feel like me, I think Milan win this time?
I mean, our UCL preview, I'm fairly sure, I called it. I said, there's a possibility there's going to be a Milan derby semi, and I think you laughed at me. So it is interesting to see that we're now getting a situation where both Milan teams could be in UCL semi, and it just shows you how, I guess, how absent Serie have actually been for Champions League for us to see something like this. Before I actually came on, I was actually watching Rossoneri TV. Shout out to the Rossoneri guys and Rory and all of them. And they're obviously they're gassed, they're really happy, and they really think they can go on and do the deed. I think that obviously, clearly, Osimhen and I forgot the other player that Napoli are missing. They're missing one other key player. I think it must be one of the defenders. I think is a big loss. If this was at home, it is only 1-0. You'd anticipate, especially in the home crowd, that Napoli are going to go for it. Now, at the same time, they know they won the league.
Yes.
So I'd have thought that. Well, hang on a minute, you can go all in for the Champions League now. You don't have to worry about the league anymore. You've essentially won the Serie A. So I still think it's going to be difficult for Madrid. 1-0 is nothing. It really, really, really is nothing. So I'd still think Napoli. But again, it depends. I don't know if Osimhen is going to be back for the second leg. How long is he out injured for?
No. He's back for the second leg. He's back for the second leg. Yes.
Yeah. So I would still. This would go either way. Basically, this could go either way. I wouldn't be surprised if either team, especially given what Milan did in the in domestically 4-0.
For
Psychological
peace.
element there. It's still cycle, and I did say this. I was like, whatever you say, the weird thing about when you play your team domestically is that there is an element of psychology that can transfer onto the Champions League, because you're like, what happens? The same thing happens, and we saw that with Manchester City when they played Spurs in the league and the Champions League. There was just like, this is a bit weird. It doesn't necessarily always work the way you think it's going to work out. But shout out to Milan. Let's see what happens. But I will say this though: if and I told you this before, like if Zlatan Ibrahimovic,
come on, that's cheesy. That's way too cheesy.
To win Milan, especially if it's against Manchester City, he has to be. I can't say goated, but we're talking close to horseman. It's got to be close to horseman. So yeah.
AK,
guys, see you guys later.
Peace out. So AK, thoughts on Milan Napoli?
Yeah, I watched both games. I thought Napoli actually played well, but they couldn't finish off their chances today. And Milan, I think they came back at the last 10 minutes of the game. But I think Napoli, if they had Osimhen today, they would have won this game, in my opinion.
Yes, they had enough chances, which shows that Osimhen is key.
Yeah,
Osimhen is key.
Osimhen's very key, I think. But the problem is Milan's best player is their goalkeeper Maignan.
Yes.
And Maignan is an incredible goalkeeper.
He's a great keeper.
I watched some of those saves today.
AK, if Maignan wasn't injured and he started for France probably win that World Cup.
Yeah, I agree. He's also very good at penalty saving.
Yes.
Like both, if you see, both Milan and Inter have gotten this far mainly because of their goalkeepers. Their goalkeepers are their best players. So I think Napoli, if anybody can get past Maignan, it is Osimhen. So Napoli are not out of this tie, and they definitely can go through. I think they will if they have Osimhen, because they created enough chances today against the Milan defense. So I think Napoli go through.
Yes, Milan, Napoli. What do you say, man?
No, I tweeted out when Milan scored that Napoli are in very, very, very big trouble.
So we say, why do you always go for the extreme? They didn't lose 3-0. They lost 1-0. And they're going to play at home. And Osimhen is back.
Okay. Okay, I understand that. But I feel like this is the first tie in the quarterfinals that felt like a quarterfinal Champions League tie. What I mean by that is, I feel like Champions League, especially in the last couple of games we watched, has lost its nervousness. It's like the games used to be tight. No one wanted to make a mistake. And it used to be very, on edge, And I think this is what this game was. And the thing about Milan and Napoli is, after the 4-0 loss that Milan they destroyed Napoli, I think the whole world said, "Uh-oh, these guys are playing against each other in the Champions League."
But how much should we factor Osimhen?
I'm coming to that.
All right.
That being said, is also, we all said this Champions League is more mental than anything. It's always mental. It's always mental. And this Milan team, there's a belief that they are better than this Napoli team. They believe they're better than them. They believe they can beat them. They believe they have every right to go through. And my fear is, yes, Osimhen isn't here. Yes, he'll be back. But how sharp is Osimhen? How sharp is he going to be back? I remember what happened when Karim Benzema was when he got injured, and we saw how slow when he came back, he was off the pace. And I'm afraid that this injury, it might take Osimhen a little bit of time to get back to pace.
I'm coming at it from a bit of a different angle. The angle I'm coming at it at is, I believe Napoli's main concern is to wrap up the league and follow with the league. Look, any game you play, you want to do well and so forth. But I just feel for most of the season, Napoli are like, wow, because of how much the fans want this and how important it is to the city and so forth. Because I was speaking to a Napoli fan who said, bro, these guys are going to be gods when they win this league. So I think their focus is on the league. So I don't think they have as much desire to win the Champions League as, let's say, an AC Milan. Because for AC Milan, this is the only trophy you're going to win. And heritage. Okay, like this jersey here and so forth, there is history within this heritage. So Napoli have 0 UCL history, 0. But with that Milan jersey and so forth, I believe they're the second most successful team in the UCL behind Real Madrid. So my thing though is Napoli, if let's say of course they want to win, but I feel their real desire is let's wrap up that Serie mathematically and so forth.
And also, I genuinely feel like now Milan has something to hold on to. They have a 1-0 win going away.
Let's see, Milan have to score. Milan are not going to hold Napoli to a 1-0 at in the Maradona Stadium. Relax.
You'll be surprised, HH. I think.
So say that they could hold them for 1-0.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a bloodbath in the next game. I think you will see things that you have not seen before from Finland. From Milan, you're gonna see players literally throwing their bodies at players, taking yellow cards. It's gonna be crazy. Milan will literally fight. They will fight their way through the semifinal, and that's what I fear, HH. So, hopefully I'm wrong, because I want Napoli to come out. I need a Napoli in the final, but it doesn't look like it, HH.
Barry, what do you say? Milan and Napoli. What do you say?
What's up, everyone?
Yo.
It was a good game. It was a good 50-50 game.
Very
Napoli,
good. Yeah, very close game. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Napoli, if they had, let's say, an outlet like a number 9,
Osimhen, who was injured.
Osimhen would have been perfect for this game, because there was multiple chances where Napoli, they had the ball, they had opportunities, but they didn't have that clinical guy who can score them a goal.
Yeah. Similar to like it's him in blue today against Real Madrid. If we have some, yes.
Yeah, but that's another convo.
Yeah, that's a whole other convo. Yes.
Yeah. And Milan, I mean, they did their thing, when you look at, because when I compared the 4-0 to this game today, the midfield battle, like Tonali, Benacer, Brahim Diaz, they cooked them, and that's why Napoli took a 4-0 blowout. But today it was a bit more balanced. But I think the second leg it's gonna get really tricky, because Zambo Anguissa, he got a red card today. He's not gonna play. And
also, I think Kim is out as well. I think.
Yes, also, and if you take out Kim, Kivica, Osimhen, you can argue Zambo Anguissa has been one of the more consistent players, so it's a big loss. And also Kim, who has been one of the best defenders in Europe. So, I mean, it's very 50-50, because I can see a scenario where Milan, they don't play attacking football. They just, hey man, let's just settle down, let's get that 0-0 and just go on to the semifinals. But Napoli also that 1-2 punch combo of Kivica and Osimhen is very lethal. So I don't know what to predict. I'm gonna wait a little bit until how they look on the weekend to make a prediction. But it's gonna win by Milan.
Do you think it's all over for Chelsea? Second leg.
Yes, man. I don't believe in this.
No chance, nothing to clutch onto, no miracle, no big game performance.
It hurts me to see Real Madrid successful, but I gotta be honest, man. I think it's over.
Let me hit it, because I think there's actually a really good discussion I wanted to have before. Yes, sir. Yes.
Also, with Osimhen, it's something. Another thing is that off the ball, Napoli are more intense with him on the field. He presses more.
He presses a lot. Yes.
He wins the ball back there. He works harder.
And also, he's a presence for in this game. There was nobody occupying the Milan defenders at all. So Milan defenders had no one to occupy, and that is why for me, I'm old school. Unless, and I'll say this again, unless you're peak Spain or you have Messi, you must always play a striker. He doesn't have to even score. But what the striker does is he actually helps everyone around him, because a striker, it's that constant presence you need inside the box. You do not play a game without a striker. You have to have a striker.
Yeah, that's Chelsea's issue.
So let's see. Wing, I'm not saying that online and so forth. Okay, Wing, I'm not saying that. So I don't know what you are, but Wing, no. Now I want us to end on this, man. Rodney, Antoine. I'll ask this question again. Who is better, Vinicius or Kovacic?
UCL final.
Relax. He's saying it now. Okay. Yes, yeah. As of right now, who is better? Because here's my thing.
I mean,
okay. Yes, this is the best way to say it, because actually this is actually an interesting one. Let me even put this as a streamer command. So here's my thing. This is an interesting way to put it. Who needs who more? Does Vini need Benzema more than Kovacic needs Osimhen, or vice versa?
Vice versa. I think Kovacic needs Osimhen more
than Vini needs Benzema.
Yes.
1,000. I would agree, because my thing is, look, I still feel, taking the whole context of the season, I think Kovacic has been outstanding and so forth. But what I needed from Kovacic is, you've been superb in the Serie. What can you do in the Champions League? So yes, I'm praying that Osimhen comes back. Because if Osimhen comes back, Kovacic, you have no excuses. You've got to ball out and you've got to be key. The thing with Vini is, Vini has won games by himself in the UCL.
Yeah.
Vini has done so well without, like, that goal against Man City. Benzema was not involved at all. So Vini can, of course, Vini works well with Benzema, but Vini can literally win a game by himself as a solo guy. I don't think Kovacic has done that to the same extent as Vini. So the way I put it is, over the course of the entire season, I'll say Kovacic, but is there a Serie tax on that? But I will still say on the face value, it's Kovacic. But I still believe that come a big game, come the massive stage, I'll take Vini over Kovacic, because I feel like I have more faith in Vinicius producing more on the bigger stage than I do a Kovacic. I mean, yes, what would you say?
Yeah, I think I agree with some things you said. I think Kovacic is a phenomenal talent, but
yes,
I have been disappointed with him as of late. I'm gonna be real with you. The fact that Napoli completely look a complete different team without Osimhen. Okay, granted, it's Osimhen, but like Kovacic, you gotta give me something. That's the thing about Vini. I think Vini has grown so much in terms of his game that Vini is his own player now. He doesn't, as much as he has a duel with Benzema, I think Vini is.
Yes, yeah. If Vini was on that pitch, Brazil beats Croatia.
Yeah,
I'll always believe that.
No.
I mean. So for me, it's like, shout out to Kovacic, but Kovacic, I think, Kvaratskhelia, shout out to him, but he's so talented. But I just feel like he probably needs the space that a striker, the runs and the way a striker, takes the attention away from some of the plays. I think he needs that. With Vini is like, give me the ball. I'm gonna beat the defender. I'll do this for us. You know what I mean? So it's just that's the difference. I think he might get that though.
So I mean, is Vini destined to win the Ballon d'Or and be the best player in the world in the future, or should we just wait and just chill? Because my thing is, people say this, it's crazy, but how old is Vini now? 22 to 23?
Yeah,
22, I think.
2022. So in 4 years' time, unless Messi is still taking drugs, Messi, Cristiano, these guys will be gone. So it will now be the world of Mbappe, Vini, Musiala, and so forth. Maybe Hazard, who knows? So in that world and everything, is Vini destined to be the best player in the world, hands down?
I think he's going to be in that conversation. I don't know if he will win it, because you also have Erling Haaland. I mean, I think Erling Haaland.
What, Erling Haaland?
Yeah, Erling Haaland. I mean, the amount of goals he's scored.
Oh, because of goals. Goals tax.
Yeah, of course. So
it says Vini can ball out, show skills, dribbles, assists, goals, and if this guy starts pads in that Bournemouth Premier League, he wins the Ballon d'Or for him.
100%. Like, that's how it works. Let's be real. Like,
that's not how it should work. Maybe that's how it works. That's not how it should work. Because I say we should promote footballers, not stats padders.
I mean, it took. I mean, look at. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know he's not been great this season, Lewandowski. But Lewandowski had an amazing season where he broke.
All those goals and everything.
Everything, right? He didn't get it. But Benzema, look what Benzema had to do to win the Ballon d'Or. So it's just like, I don't know. I feel like with this Ballon d'Or thing, it's like they just decide, yep, that's the best player. We'll give it to him. That's literally what they do. HA.
Okay, hold on. Let me come to Nomad. So Nomad. So obviously, I'm sure you will say Vini over Kovacic, but do you think Vini is destined to be the best player in the world, or do you think Mbappe will still be the number one?
It's just what you said earlier was right, that the era of Cristiano and Messi is over, right?
Yes.
We have to move on to the next generation.
Unless Messi refuses to retire, and he's still here in 2026,
Yeah, but-
because I don't know what this guy's doing.
Yeah, but he's. No, none of us think that he's going to win another World Cup or a UCL, right?
Nomad, I'm not putting anything past him. Okay, I was like,
let's be realistic. Let's be realistic.
Okay.
He's not. I mean, the era of Cristiano and Messi is over, as you said, right? We have to move on to the next generation. That's the same. And who is going to win? The Ballon d'Or and the World Cup and all of these things. Those are the same things that you said about Neymar as well, right?
Yes.
That the era of Cristiano and Messi is over. Now we have to move to Neymar. We live in a Ballon d'Or or a World Cup, and he didn't. He failed on both those fronts, right?
Yes.
So I don't think we should put those same expectations on Vinicius, because as I see it, unless he wins something with Brazil, he's not winning the Ballon d'Or. No matter if he wins back-to-back trebles with Real Madrid, he's not winning the Ballon d'Or. Like, he has to win something with Brazil, especially the World Cup. And he wins, even if he wins a Copa America, we need to have that Neymar conversation. We are going to need to, and he'll still be 23 years old next year.
My thing though is that we can begin to have the conversation, because Neymar, yes, you won the UCL, Messi and Jose were next to you, and you see that UCL was seen as MSN. Neymar bowled out, he was amazing, but it's seen as MSN. Vini had a superb season, and I'm sorry, it is what it is. He scored the winning goal. Yeah, Neymar, you scored one of the goals in our final, but Vini scored the winning goal in that game. So there's something about you scored the goal that's won the game for your team. That's a Dubinsky.
So we can see a 23-year-old Vini having a better legacy than the entire career of Neymar.
Okay, no man, let's relax. Was supposed to be
the successor of Pele and everything. This is only his second season at the top level. You have to wait.
No, we can't. Vini's career is looking real good right now, but let's see how it goes. But I can already. What is so damning of Neymar is Vini already at this stage, his career is very comparable to Neymar's already, and that is what is so scary.
Can we say he at least surpassed Robinho? What Robinho couldn't give Real Madrid.
Oh no, because, of course. Robinho did not fulfill his potential. He failed to fulfill his promise. So Vini is already surpassed Robinho.
So we can say he's like a successor of Robinho, and he fulfilled Robinho's promise for Real Madrid, and maybe he does that for Brazil as well.
Let's be real. Robinho was compared to Pele. So what Robinho was coming through, he had a lot of hype. What people expected of Robinho, we don't expect that from Vini. We expected Robinho was supposed to be, you're supposed to be the guy. So Robinho greatly underwhelmed based on what was promised of him coming through. Actually, hold on. Let me come to Carbets. So Carbets, your thoughts on your boy Vini is are we living in the Vini era, or does my boy Prodigy still have something to say about that?
I want to keep it. I want to say it's a Modric era. I want to keep saying it's Modric era. I think we need to see if he's better than Zidane. We need to have that conversation between Modric versus Zidane, because he's 38. What is Messi doing at this age, and what is Ronaldo doing at this age? And look what Modric is doing.
That is not the question, bro.
No, I'm just saying, like, we do
did Messi just win the World Cup?
No, that was the real
35.
Yeah, I mean that's Di Maria tax. No. But do you feel that Vini is destined to be a Ballon d'Or winner and the best player in the world?
I think Vini's top 5 easily. Like we say Haaland versus Mbappe, but Vinny name is up there too.
Can we please stop this Haaland versus Mbappe thing? Haaland is a stats padder. Haaland is not a footballer. He's a stats padder. Okay, you cannot compare a stats padder to a footballer.
Well,
Come
at
on,
least
bro.
one scored a basketball.
You cannot
kick,
stop at it
hard.
because he's scoring in important games like yesterday. So
No. But he's a goal scorer. He's not a footballer. Mbappe is a footballer. Vini is a footballer. Haaland is not a footballer. He's just a goal scorer. Come on.
yeah, okay, yeah, I agree. But
No. But my thing though is Vini. So do you believe Vini will be the best player in the world? He's there to be the best player in the world in the future, or do you think that is Mbappe's title?
He can.
Now I think Vinny's leading Brazil to the World Cup in the next World Cup.
No,
2026.
That's not happening. That's not happening.
Jade's was changed that. Ava, that's not happening.
No,
Guys, look,
no.
man, it's
let
all
me
been good.
just quickly.
Barry, go for it. Barry.
Yeah, just a little bit on Kivicha, and then after
Yes.
Now, Kivicha, he's an amazing talent, amazing
Yes.
player. And see, my thing is, I wouldn't say that I was disappointed of him because when I watched him today, I thought he was all right. But when you have a guy like, for example, Kivicha and Osimhen, it's like peanut butter and jelly. It's
Yes.
like you need both for them to be really, really good. One is good, but like when it's combined, it's perfect, you know. And I just think that they need each other to make themselves great. But on Vinny, I still think that as long as Mbappe is there, he's gonna be the best player in the world. And Mbappe needs to get the hell out of Uber Eats and everything.
Yes.
And Vinny, let me go to this angle because when you look at Vinny, his beginnings was a bit tough. You know, he came out of Real Madrid when he was 18, I think. Yeah, he was heavily criticized because he was the successor of Cristiano.
And there was a lot of
supposed to
shoulders,
replace
yeah.
him. And throughout the years, he gained my respect because he showed a lot of mental strength and he got better seasons after season after season. But he plays for Real Madrid, the biggest club in the world. And when you have that because when you play for the biggest club, you need to be disciplined. You need the good habits to keep performing at the highest level week in, week out. And I don't think he's going to leave anytime soon. He might play his whole career at that club. So when you look at this, Vinny's, I don't think he's the type of guy to party. I don't see rumors that he partied like a Neymar or R9 back in the day or Ronaldinho. So you might think that he's maybe a unicorn. Maybe we're going to see a Vinny in his early 30s. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe mid-30s playing still at a high level. Who knows?
Guys, let's roll out and so forth. Remember, guys, like, subscribe. This will be in podcast form on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts for you to listen back again. So, guys, I will see you guys Thursday for that Europa League reaction. Yes, yeah, good luck to your boys United. I dare you to lose to Sevilla, man. Peace out. Stay true. Stay real, man. Peace out. Peace out.